today. From Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Jalen Hurts and the Miami Dolphins taking on Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Right to the air, here is Goff. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers for Woods last week: 6 catches, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now Goff. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Play action. Here's Hurts. Throw right side. Going to be caught here by Waddle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's #4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the second.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process?
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Micah Parsons in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down. Although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive. So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. A great play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Dolphins lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Aubrey now for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense set to take over. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. You talk about this Miami defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Here's Goff. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at second down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Again, Goff. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
2nd and 10, Goff again. As this complete to Woods. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Out of the gun, Goff. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Bradley Chubb drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is
now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. And oh, it's blocked. And now the Dolphins have it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, it's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. First quarter, we'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax.
Oh, bad move. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They go play action with Hurts. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. A 10-yard pickup. And it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 47 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
He'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And again, it's Chubb. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. 3rd and long. It's gone. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's Hill on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Yeah, he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. They'll run for it with Achane. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And they'll run again. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. They'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And Detroit back in possession of the football. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Micah Parsons. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Pass out left, caught by Woods. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They're just going to run a drive route here with their tight end. Let him get upfield about 10 yards and then move toward the middle of the field. This ball's right on target, and it results in a first down.
Now Goff on first down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. To throw is Goff. Pressure comes, and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Start. I wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. In motion left comes Williams. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career. So that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And his stellar campaign continues. That now his 20th rushing touchdown on the year, a number that very few running backs have ever reached in a single NFL season. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The drive starts with a run from Achane. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, 56 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And a rout is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. So here come the Lions now. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Open man is Waddle, complete. Down the right sideline. Jalen Waddle. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from going up by 40. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the rout is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go next. Williams, the man in motion left. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's taken in. It's Xavier Liggett. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Xavier Liggett, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins just continue to roll. Aubrey now for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Detroit's offense ready to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Goff now looks to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Here's Tyreek Hill back to return. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Wide open receiver complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Two yards to go, 2nd down. Hurts. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Xavier Legette. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. That touchdown reception, his 22nd of the year, tying him for second all-time with Hall of Famer Jerry Rice, who also had 22 during the 1987 season. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Goff's throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Gone. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Aubrey now for the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. The final shot before break here. Gone. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And St. Brown going to have the Lions first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season Game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going. They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 99 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Right back to him on first down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Wright will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get... Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Williams being motion left. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
That is caught. He's going to have the first down and more than that. Inside the 10 and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Achane to start the drive. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
They go play action here on first down. Open man downfield is Hill. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, 34 yards. And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger. Here in the third quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to... In motion, Hill. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Right back to him on first down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall. When it happens in a game.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
They'll go again here with Wright. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, and a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
On play action, they'll throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And this defense is going to get the... The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is caught downfield. It's Worthy. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. He got 29 yards that time.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. Touchdown, Dolphins. Xavier Worthy, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Chan on 1st and 10. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Chan here, they stay on the ground. Azeez Ojulari there on the tackle. And now they're in the hurry-up. A run straight ahead with Chan. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This now a 3rd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
46, boys, 46. Stop your whining. 46.
He'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Miami, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.